I can't just give up on the practicalities of my life. But at the same time, they seem so unimportant, but yet they need to happen. And there's a degree of apathy in there now. When I'm away from my home, I don't have this feeling because there are none of these things that need to be done. So I can just surrender all the time. I'm struggling a little bit with that, being here. Mm.
So is there a question in there, or should I
Yeah,
extract it?
the question is, I suppose the difficulty of continuing with my everyday life. It's almost like a will thing. Um, there's no flow in it at the moment. It's very methodical.
How long have you been living in this house?
5 years now.
The sage does nothing, yet nothing is left undone.
Yeah. So I suppose the feeling that it feels pointless in everything that has been done is irrelevant.
Not essentially. As we discovered many times, and we might get into it, it's not all pointless and it's not meaningless. This beautiful dream. The first statement about the sage that does nothing and yet nothing is undone, you have to, of course, look openly, clearly, if a sense of personal me sneaks into your activities around the house. If a person comes in that is doing things, then those things will be kind of loaded. They will trouble you. Sorry for the camera. So first thing is, of course, you have to make sure that if you come out of this joyful listening to chants, out of your joyful contemplation, that you remain, so to speak, in this welcoming openness, in this total welcoming of your experience, including maybe needing to do stuff. So if a separate me sneaks in and says, I don't like that, you have to discriminate with your intelligence. And there comes the second part of it, so to speak. If it's pointless in your intelligence, it is true that possibly some activities, and that we will all notice, that's true for all of us, as deeper we are, and you are deeply resting in being all the time, as I know from spending time with you, we will discover activities in our lives that have lost their meaning. That is also true. So we cannot say that it's all pointless or it's all important, so to speak. There will be things maybe that do not make sense anymore to you from the perspective of this being, of being universal consciousness. We all, out of lack and fear in the past, have been engaging in activities, relationships, work, etc., just to do something to feed that doer, right? To give that doer a sense of identity, of being filled, so to speak, with activities. So as deeper we are living from this universal consciousness, from pure being, as most likely many activities and also relationships will drop away. And we will be fine to not engaging in certain relationships and fine in dropping certain activities, seeing that they may be not really necessary. But having an avatar, having a house, lucky you, comes with responsibility. That's part of having a house. Everything comes with a downside and an upside in the dream of duality. So of course, if you want to have a garden, you have to take care of your garden. If you want to, get the fruits and the salads and the veggies, you have to invest time and energy. The question is, who is gardening, right? Have I accepted? So if I have invested and seen, so I need this intelligence to look into all those activities that are there in my daily life. Are they really still in line with my understanding of who I am? And yes, am I actually enjoying them? And those which I don't enjoy, I may, okay, are they really necessary? Do I have to do them? And and those where I find, no, those that I enjoy are not so difficult to fulfill, but those that I apparently not enjoy, I have to see, okay, maybe when we start kind of, I don't know, washing ourselves and brushing our teeth as a kid, we think maybe this is a useless activity and we're not enjoying it, and washing hair and getting the shampoo in the eyes, and it's like, and then we actually discover this is actually a good thing. We actually like to be clean and to, so it's a bit like that. Some things we discover, okay, this is just part of my setting, of my avatar, of my character in life, and then we have to make sure that this separate me does not sneak in. And why does it sneak in? Because it's getting attached to the sweetness of the reflection of consciousness in the mirror.
Yep, I think that's it. Yeah, yeah.
It's a higher like and dislike. So
Yeah.
there the sense of a separate me sneaks back in, and it's like, and this is so natural. Everyone who gets this sweetness of our being, who starts to receive this holy waters, experience this, peace and happiness. Then the mind, the traces of the separate me have this strong tendency towards wanting only that. And this is an important feature, so to speak, along the way in true non-duality, as we've spoken many times. Our being just this transparent, welcoming awareness does not depend on the reflection in the mirror. It does not depend on the presence of light. It does not depend on this beautiful noumenal experience, as I call it, the experience of light. And in a way, this feature is very important to find absolute freedom, to be okay in the midst of apparent unpleasant activity, in the midst of sometimes pain, emotional pain, physical pain. All of that, as we discovered here, sometimes may still have the power to kind of eclipse the experience, the non-experience of our being. And then to be the screen, to be the happiness, while in the movie, in the experience of the avatar, things are happening that are apparently unpleasant, the so-called happy shit. In a way, this sweetness that you enjoy in the listening to the chants, I understand. It's gorgeous. It's sattvic. It brings up this reflection of the light. But you have to see clearly that this is still kind of the avatar in the movie, enjoying looking in the mirror and getting this sweetness, while you are kind of one step behind, aware of the one that enjoys the sweetness of the chants, or aware of possibly a bit of a meanness coming in, not enjoying certain aspects of my responsibilities of life.